Hey guys, Doug B here, your average axe-wielding hack. Welcome to part 4 of my Fractal Modelers for Beginners series. All right, let's get going. It's the middle of January, pretty cold and gray out there. Your spirit bearer is telling you that you should be hibernating. Your brain agrees. Let's sleep until April. Sad to say we don't have that option, but our brain still doesn't want to do a lot of work right now. So again, I'll just drop a little knowledge on you because I don't want your head to hurt. Last week we went over the A through E knobs, and I told you that they didn't have any hard to find function, and that they were buttons as well. This week we'll do an overview of the other buttons, as well as the value knob. Now you might remember that I said the other buttons all had only one function, that they don't do other things in other menus. So that makes them easier to deal with. I'm not going to go over the FM3 and FM9 foot switches this time around. They are a whole other topic. Let's go back to the top panel for the FM3 right now. The top row of buttons are labeled Home, Edit, Store, and Tempo. Let's see what the manual says about these buttons. Home button. This button loads the home menu, a convenient place to select presets, access the tuner, edit presets on the layout grid, view controllers, or turn the page to access meters, performance controls, or the presets directory. Edit button. This is used to edit blocks in the current preset. You can jump right to the current block from the home menu or any other page and then tap edit sequentially to step through all blocks in the preset, top to bottom, left to right, or select a block on the layout grid first and then press edit. Store button enters the store menu where you can save presets and also edit the names of presets and scenes. Tempo button. Tap this button once to show the tempo menu page, or tap 2 or more times to set a new tempo. After setting the tempo, press exit to return to wherever you were. The next row has the value knob and the nav buttons. The manual says this: value knob. The value knob performs different functions on different menu pages. In the home menu, it cycles through presets. In the layout grid, it is used to add or change which blocks are on the grid. In edit and setup menus, it changes parameter values, selects from lists, and more. The value knob also has a push function of opening the layout grid. So the value knob has multiple functions, which is why I didn't include it when I said the buttons all have one function. The value knob is more like the A through E knobs. Nav buttons. The 4 nav buttons perform different functions on different pages. On the preset page of the home menu, they select and load presets, left to right, and scenes up and down. In other menu pages, they select between on-screen parameters or options, moving the focus of the value knob, as indicated by a blue highlight and brighter blue text. Okay, that sounds a little more complicated than what you were probably expecting. I think of the nav buttons as more of a way to move up and down or left and right in various menus, although that might be oversimplifying it a bit. You'll have to decide once you get more familiar moving around the front panel. Okay, the last row has the Enter, Exit, Page Left, and Page Right buttons. The manual says this about those buttons. Enter and Exit button. The Enter button executes commands, commits changes, accesses submenus, and more. Exit works for cancel, escape, and various other functions. Page Left and Page Right. These step through menu pages, shown as tabs at the top of the display. Hold on, are these the same as the nav buttons? No, they are not. For example, at the top right of the FM screen, you can see Home, Presets, and Meters. If you press the nav left or nav right buttons, nothing would happen. To go from Home to Presets or Meters, you would use the page buttons. You can keep paging right to access other tabs as well. To get back to the main screen, you could page left or press the Home button. Okay, I think that's enough new knowledge for now. I don't expect you to remember all of that, but if you ever get stuck on something, you can always refer to the manual. And you can always press that home button to get back to the main screen. All right, guys, we made it through going over the buttons and the value knob on the front panel of your Fractal Modeler. Hey, if nothing else, you should at least be a little familiar with what they do now. Now, next week, we'll look at the connections on the back. Next Wednesday, we'll be letting the random number generator pick out another factory preset for us to try out. You do not want to miss that, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. All right, guys, have a great weekend, and I will see you next week.